Hello, today is day 4 of week 4. And today I want to talk about your vision, your burning desire, or the goals that you create so that yesterday we talked about your why. And in order to have that why, you really want to get clear on what it is that you want your life to look like. So when you formulate this will help you get clear. When you have a clearer vision, you're going to have a better understanding of your why. You're going to create the why, and it's going to be so much deeper. So this will drive your why. So whatever it is that you really want in life, then that's going to be the whole focus of this. So, for example, do you want to be with a soulmate? Do you want to have a beautiful home? Do you want a great career? Do you want great kids or a successful business? Whatever it is, get clear about what that looks like for you so that you can create your vision, and then it'll be easier to create your why. So I also want to talk about some obstacles that you may encounter as you strive towards your vision and in all of this. So what kind of resistance you may get from your family or your friends or the people that are closest to you. Typically, we get more support from people we don't know than the people that we do. So the bigger your why, the bigger of a chance your resistance. So I'll just share for me with that. Right now, I have a huge why. I really want. I'm working on this sculpted vegan program, the 8-week butt camp challenge, and my why is there's so many different pieces to it, but one of my biggest reasons is because I want to be able to help make change in you. And the best way to do that is for you to see that it's possible in me, and I can inspire you to do things. I can help you change your mindset by living through as an example. So, so I'm always doing something like that. I'm always, I'm always doing something to get healthier. I'm trying a new product or trying a new regimen or trying a new exercise program, a cleanse or something. I've done this for years, and I've always challenged, and it's always been a challenge because of my choices. So I want you to get clear about something here, that when you're starting something new, you're usually really excited about it. And this is week 4 of the Sculpted Vegan 8-week butt camp challenge. In the beginning, you're so geeked because it's something new. You're doing something different. You're really, you're stepping into something totally different, something you've never done before. It is hard. I'm not going to lie. It is hard. But the more you stick with it and the more you just keep doing it, the better off you're going to be. So, when you have that clear why, it's going to help drive you through that middle section where I'm at right now that makes it difficult to keep going because you're like, oh, am I really going to win this? Do I really have a shot at this? Do I really want to eat that piece of cake? You're always thinking about different things. But when you have your why, you can look at that piece of cake or whatever it is and you can go, that could be the difference between winning and losing. Is that worth $10,000 to me? So you'll stick with it. So right now I am using that for everything because it's helping me stick to it. So, but one of the real big challenges is when you're with family and you're going out to eat or whatever it is you're doing, you're always going to be met with resistance. It doesn't matter if it's food related or you're creating a business or whatever. People don't like change. They like to keep everything status quo because when you're doing something different and you're out with them, they don't understand. They don't get it. And they're not going to get it. And you know what? They don't need to get it because it's not about them. It's about you. So when you're doing something, you really need to focus on what does this mean to me? And what's more important? Am I living in my comfort zone or am I living outside my comfort zone? And I, right now, have been living outside my comfort zone for so long that my comfort zone has stretched hugely. Of course, I'm still stretching it because I'm always living right on the edge. But I want you to really think about that because when you're, we'll go back to the food example. So when I'm doing this challenge and I go out to eat with my family or my friends and I choose to not eat something that is there because it doesn't follow the plan that I'm falling within. So right now, like I said, it's vegan and I do typically eat a plant-based diet. So it's not that unusual for me to say, no, thanks, I really don't want that. So people are kind of used to that with me for a while now, but there are times when they're like, oh, come on, just have a piece of cake or just just have this piece of steak or this juicy whatever it might be, you know? And then I get to make the choice of whether if I want to honor my choice to continue and stay in what's important to me. So for example, this past weekend, I was at a family event and um and there was a lot of food, you know, and it looked amazing. But I wanted to honor myself. I wanted to honor my family, and that's why I went. But I also wanted to honor myself more than I cared about the food. I wanted to be there to spend time with my family. So at that particular time, I was honoring me. So I just want you to get clear with, so you have to get comfortable with what you're willing to do. So you're either you're gonna choose your own comfort or you're gonna choose somebody else's comfort. So I just want you to recognize that. And then another thing I want to talk about today is I was listening to Kim Constable's podcast today, and she said something that was very intriguing and so true for me, is that pain is part of life. Suffering is optional. So what does that mean? So when I'm working out, you know, and I'm doing all these crazy exercises, yes, my body is going to feel pain. I've got sore glutes, I've got sore arms, I've got something sore most of the time. But whatever, that is part of what I'm expecting from this challenge, right? But if I go out with you and I'm like, oh my God, my glutes are killing me, this is horrible, then that's suffering. Not only am I suffering verbally, I'm making you suffer with me. When you do that, people really don't understand. They want you to stop suffering. So they're going to say, oh, just have a glass of wine with me. Don't worry about that. It's not a big deal. And it's not a big deal, but you have to figure out what it is for you and to honor which piece is most important to you. So that's really what I want to end with today. I'm looking at my notes because I had jotted a bunch of stuff down today, and I think I've covered it all. So anyway, I hope this is helpful for you. And the other thing that I want to say is, as you get more and more in tune with what is important to you, the people around you are going to become more supportive, or they're going to go away. I mean, you're going to have friends that are just no longer going to be your friends if you don't stay in the same realm. And that's fine, because to me, if I had a friend that will no longer be my friend because I'm not willing to go out and drink with them every weekend or whatever, then they weren't really my friend in the first place. So honor yourself. And I just want you to know, I believe in you no matter what you're doing. It's so hard at times when we're out doing things for people to get it. They don't need to get it. But I just want you to know that I'm in your corner. I believe in you. I know you can do anything you put your mind to, and you are worth it. So I will see you tomorrow. This is Tammy Todd with Master Inner Health.